we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
When you open Pandora's box, you must choose. Will you live as a working man by the rules? Will you lead a successful life with your style? Or you leading a criminal enterprise? When you play the game, nothing stays the same. You forget your own name. Let the chaos reign. You can be with my family, be my friend. You enjoy the benefit to the end. If you cross me, you better be well prepared. Cause my brother will point again at your head. When you play the game, nothing stays the same. You forget your own name. Let the chaos reign. You forget your own name. Let the chaos reign. Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's session of Fiction Friction, the Ebenos Campaign, a creation of our gracious DM Icarus. It's me, Nak, Nak Fiction Friction on Twitch. You can join our YouTube channels for music and gaming videos and videos of this campaign. You can join any other social media you want. You can join our Discord if you want to meet us and chat with us or work with us or whatever. It is very nice to see you all. It is Fine Tuesday. And without further ado, let's go and meet those people on Discord that are waiting. As you can see, we have a new UI to celebrate. It's the 11th episode today, and we're happy to have you all. Hello, everybody.
Hey
Good
y'all.
evening.
How you all
Hey
doing?
y'all.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
you're okay. So
Okay.
nice to see you all. This is the last day of November. This is the last session of November. A very weird November for most of the people that are alive on 2021 with the pandemic, etc. So I hope you guys are doing more than well. That's all. How have you been?
When November ends.
I've had some trouble, but hey, D&D Day. Woo!
Yay.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Me, I'm
Indeed.
okay. No worries.
I hear not bad indeed. Poor Luca.
Wake me up when November
Yeah.
ends.
So, end of the month. Hooray. It's gonna be time for Christmas carols and Christmas things and Christmas songs, and I already said that because Christmas.
Huh.
You can tell I'm not particularly excited about.
I can tell you're very fond of Christmas, right?
I'm with you, Luke. I'm with you, Luca. I'm with you.
Oh, what is
Then
this
I'm
voice?
presenting myself wrong.
What is this voice?
Who are you?
You've been hacked.
The voice from beyond.
Who are you?
D&D Beyond sponsor
Mysterious
us.
stranger.
D&D Beyond.
The mysterious past.
If you like mysterious pasts, sponsor us.
What the
I
hell?
thought you were going for a Bad Dragon sponsorship.
That's you that wants that. We're all fine with anyone.
Oh my god.
Your girlfriend's got some issues, man.
Hello, everyone. If you're just joining us.
Yes, forget about the things. We play Dungeons and Dragons here. Ebenos Campaign, our gracious DM Icarus, etc., etc. So, are you guys ready for our intro song and maybe to begin today's adventure?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tell me, Luca. Tell me.
Let's do it.
Talk to me. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. It's just that maybe I'm ready. Maybe I have done all the preparations. Maybe I didn't oversleep, wake up 5 minutes before the session and realize that I have all the preparations to be made, but it's all fun and games.
I mean,
So today's session, we go shopping for 3 hours.
Why not? Shopping is fun.
Yeah. I can't agree with
I'm just messing with you. You know that.
I'm betting Luca can handle it. It's not his first rodeo, you imbeciles.
Coffee.
Yeah, I mean, oh yes, guys, if you want to donate so Luca can get some more coffee, you can always donate on the PayPal button, and I will make sure to send the money to Luca if you type this is for Luca to have coffee. Just saying. And if you cannot find it because you're on the YouTubes, go on the Twitch and find it. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Twitch.
So with your permission, guys, I will start the session with our intro.
Do it. Go for
Go
it.
for it.
Is the song thing?
If you want to have fun in the
Luca, you
magic
said you said
space, all you gotta do is make one yourself. Sing the stories that take place. Love a dragon, fight an elf. We can make our dreams come true and then make a book about it. Just remember to never doubt it, that the story's up to you. That the story's up to you. That the story's up to you.
In chat.
And we're back.
Very strange. Hello, back.
We are all back.
Good day.
That's not me.
Hello, back.
Okay, who's gonna do the recap?
That I think is completely up to you.
Me personally?
You should do it.
Last time on Ebenos Campaign. Our heroes, having escaped the city of Argosy, found themselves in a friendly match with their friendly group of adventurers, which they won. Even though this assassin person is very impressive. After that, they reached the city of, we're not in the right map, Olvia? We reached the city of Olvia, where we found a propaganda brewing, a monarchist propaganda on a bridge. We cornered them with logic. And when they felt threatened by logic, they jumped in the river. And some of the people that apparently thought of joining the cause of the monarchists tried to attack us. Some of us lose their seat because of that and murdered them. Things that are totally normal for people to, that happens. So yeah, Manda murdered them because of PTSD. And then we had some chats and plans on what to do. We cleared our names, but we thought that maybe we should stay low a little bit because they will be looking for us now. And we took the airship back to Revben because that's the closest we could get with the nearest, the next airship leaving the town towards the first ring. Anyway,
You forgot the most important fact from the entire session. Grey is now grey again. He's not blue and green.
Yay!
Yes, how could I forget?
How
Yeah,
could
course.
you?
I mean, it's blatantly the most important thing that happened last session.
Yes, also there is a dragon paladin within our friendly group, which helped me understand some stuff about dragon familiars and gave a nice stone that imprinted a nice new spell to Bubbles. And we did some
Yay.
shopping out of game, and we bought some Bubbles loot also, and Daisa did some magic shopping meanwhile, I think. And anything else? I don't think so.
I think
Mm,
that's most of it.
yeah, pretty much.
That covered everything I've got on my notes, at least.
I really need to start doing that too, taking notes.
Yes. So we are on Revben. I think we had some stuff to decide what our cause will be from now on after, but we have to return the ambassador to the guild, etc., first. We're not. Where should we take him back? Babylon.
No. It was to Lucifer.
Okay, where is it? Let me find it.
Okay. Some bad news. None of my API scripts are working.
Have you tried restarting them all?
Yes, it doesn't restart.
Roll 20 shenanigans again.
It's
Yeah,
not
okay.
broken. They just aren't there.
Weird.
Roll 20. Why do you do this? I mean, do you need us to ask you to sponsor us?
I mean, they can't sponsor themselves at this point.
Also, Luca, I kind of see you logging in. I see your picture trying to log in Roll20. Maybe it hasn't logged in properly for some reason that I don't understand.
No, it has. I've been going back and restarting the API and logging back in to test it out.
Very strange.
Come on, roll 20. Well,
Actually, no, it's Roll20. I've just checked my campaign and there's no API there either.
Oh
They've got
oh,
an issue with their end. It's fine. It will just make things a bit
yeah,
more
we will do it a
basic
little.
for us.
Yes, until maybe it fixes on while we're moving.
Can hope so.
I mean, is there anything
But-
else? I mean, we
Why you are at Ruben?
okay. Because the only airship going to the south to the first ring the soonest possible was going to Revben, and we would take a train or whatever from there.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Don't
So,
worry, we will do it manually as possible as it is. You know, things like that happen. This is a live show.
yeah. Just a bit distracted getting my shit together.
Roll 20. Roll 20. You should get your shit together, man. Get them all together. Put them in a bag.
I don't think they hear us.
Probably not.
I mean, they will hear us at some point. You can bet on that. These shows are uploaded on YouTube weekly.
But yeah, you land on Reuben, on your on your ship. The people, people along with you, who were riding along with you, the evacuees from the war zone, are slowly departing with some clergy. And at the air dock, there are you see that there are people looking forward to taking them with them. Some heads of local orphanages, some some other local clergy people are receiving the what's the word when you flee? Refugee, yes. Receiving the refugees from Second Ring. You depart yourselves along with Lana's group. And yeah, there is really nothing much to Reuben itself, as you are looking to get back into more centralized location. The city is very what comes to the city, it's very vast in its area. They don't build high, they build wide. And around the city itself, there's miles upon miles of local farmland, raising crops, raising animals.
You're welcome.
Raising whatever needs to be raised. It's almost the vibe you get from the city. It's almost like very oversized village, like one of those country villages you see on your travels. Take that vibe, but multiply the scale by 100. After entering the city and looking around, you manage to find your way to the train station, and there's it takes a while to wait for the locomotive to come, but eventually you all get on the train and starts moving.
You can see Manda. He is kind of gloomy, even though after the ride with the airship, he's better. He's not carefree as he was before this whole ordeal with the escape from the city and after. Yay! The Blue Jean
So
City.
it
Yay.
takes about 6.5 hours for you to go from Reuben to Levi. Maybe a bit more with the pit stop at the villages on the way. But yeah, there's about an hour break in Levi, after which the travel continues into Pride. Another 4 hours down. It's properly the next day, early morning, when you arrive to Pride.
Just before we reach Pride, I tell everyone, I consider this was a territory. All I mean is, let's be careful at Pride. We have history.
Good idea.
I love the town voices.
It is good, isn't it?
So,
I love the town names. Famine, pestilence, war, slaughter.
into Pride. You emerge from the train back into the white city of Pride. Compared to Reuben or even Levi, the Pride has a very metropolitan feel to it, as you know from your past visits. Yeah, completely completely different from the rural areas of the Raphael's province. Pride builds high, builds impressive, and there are many things that many mechanical and magical things that operate seemingly for no reason. Floating small stones, small floating gardens up in the air. Street lights. All the fancy stuff can be found inside. Found in here.
So, are there self-moving carriages and automatons cleaning the sidewalks, etc.?
Self-moving carriages. Not in the city central, where the main traffic is mostly food traffic. But if you go a bit further away from the center of the city, then sir, self-driving hover carts, hover wagons.
So, are we supposed to stay on Pride for a long time?
It's up to you. This is where you need to hand off the ambassador.
Yeah, so we cannot avoid it. Like, it's our final stop. So, I just say, Let's be careful. Let's get straight to the League.
I see you've taken point. Let's run with it.
Hmm.
So, together, you go to the guild house, where you meet up with your by now familiar receptionist, who directs you to the supervisor's office. The familiar dark-haired, tall, skinny guy greets you at the entrance of the office, shaking your hands. Oh, please, come in. Take a seat. I see you have returned with success, for the most parts. Um, we are gonna have a small debriefing of your current past affairs. So let's get right onto it. Why don't we? He waves at chairs and he sits himself behind the impressive office desk. Pulls out some papers. Okay. Let's see here. So, I'm gonna go over the reports I've been getting, after which you may correct any. You may tell your side of the story, correct any inconsistencies that I may have in here, and then it's time to get into the uh, monetary business. So, you departed from here some time ago.
Just one question: is the ambassador in front of us, and what about the other party also?
They have both been taken for their own debriefing.
Okay.
So, you departed from here almost 2 months ago. No, not almost, a bit over 2 months ago. And made your way to Levi, where on the train you got attacked by unknown forces, suspecting monarchist activity. From Levi, you departed into the airship, flying all the way to Olvia with no troubles. In there, you met with the other escorting party, who took the job from there. From the guild office in Havia, it says that you made a dungeon run, after which you helped out a local village with some demonic sleepwalker loopy problems. Okay, after that, you went back to Olivia. From there, heading to Argosy. There was some problems in Argosy with local law enforcement, and yeah, after that, the city was attacked. All right. The city was attacked, and then you escaped the city, made your ways to the Olvia, where you, is that right? You murdered 7 civilians in Monarchist rally,
I believe that was manslaughter. We didn't actually murder anybody.
Right. You can tell your side. This is just what I've been getting
And
from all over.
and
Just a
also,
moment.
we only killed 3 of them, not all 4 of them.
You
I
can
would
go
argue
over
self-defense.
You can go over that in your report. This is just what I've been getting. We will sort out the inconsistencies in your debriefing. Is that good? Great. So, after that, you laid low and pitched right in one of the um, humanitarian airships that came and departed from the province of Raphael. After that, there are no records, so how about you tell your side of the story?
Manda is looking down and that dice like, you better tell the story.
I think he'd be more receptive to Miri.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we just tried to get out of that crowd, and we were kind of confused and a little bit out of sorts. We were defensive. We were on high alert, and these 4 people just suddenly came out of nowhere and pulled weapons out on us. So we just reacted the way most people would react. How would you react if somebody pulled a dagger out on you?
This was in Bright, Levi. Where was this?
Levi?
No, it was
That was on the other layer, right? So
Olvia. It was an Olvia.
Oh, why don't you tell your events from the start, if you will?
Uh, we were at the town square, and someone was, I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was just kind of ranting at the crowd about eliminating all magic users. And we were kind of trying to reason with him, but he just wouldn't listen to reason. And we're magic creatures. We're creatures of magic. We use magic. I mean, how would you feel if someone was advocating genocide against your people? So we were just trying to get away, and a fight broke out, and we had to fight our way out of that crowd, an entire crowd of people against just our little group. And that's when we were able to fight our way out and ensure that the ambassador was okay. Then those men just came out of nowhere, and we just reacted. We thought that they were coming for us.
They
So
were coming for us.
we just reacted. I mean, we've all been in the war, and some of us were there for longer than the others, and it just happened. We didn't mean for it to happen, but we We're just reacting according to our training, and the situation called for it. We had to protect the ambassador. I mean, I guess that's it. That's it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Everything you said tracks. But when we reached the town of Fulvia and found this propagandous crowd, like Miri just said, we tried to reason. And when things got heated up by the other group, the three apparent organizers of the crowd jumped off the bridge, and four other people ambushed us. And thank God that the other group was looking out for our backs, or else I would be maybe dead, surely stabbed, because they just caught up on the assassin on the act of trying to stab me. Then the crowd dispersed. More of them came, like three of them, and drew more daggers. We acted swift, but they were weak. Weaker than we thought, especially me. So all the extensive force came by me, sir, because I was surprised and trying to defend after watching the slaughter and escaping it, after leaving so many civilians to their fate to ensure the ambassador's life. I take full responsibility for those 3 deaths, sir. But 7? No. That the numbers are not correct. And the details we just told you. So do as the rules suggest.
Right. There has been some trouble with the numbers in the recordings. The consensus was that there were 4 bodies, but 7 people in total. If that's true, what you said, that 3 jumped off the bridge, that is then fine on my end. Now,
I bet.
I'll be honest with you. Normally, these kinds of things are difficult because although you did act in self-defense and and you got all clear from the city of Olvia and Boar Kingdom by extension, the people who are dead now, their families raised a big uproar and are demanding recompense from the guild. We are sure to handle it, but it is a huge mess, and keeping it quiet hasn't been working out. It seems that they aren't willing to take the silence deal So
what are you
you can
suggesting?
expect this story to be retold over and over again and twisted according to who is telling it. From our part, of course, there is no problem, being because it was you acted in self-defense, and the kingdom isn't pressing charges against you. But you cannot expect the populace to share the same views on this event. But overall, beyond these issues, the story seems to be all in here. You completed your job. Luckily, your job was not to prevent another war, but to see the ambassador there and back safely, which he is. Now, how would you like your rewards to be handled?
Please elaborate, and also,
Just straight up purchase of money, or do you wish to invest them?
we know nothing of such thing like investing.
What do you guys think? Out of game? Do we want money or
I mean, I don't know.
straight up cash?
What does he mean invest?
Yeah, so I was about to say the same thing.
Okay.
Put them in guild banking, grow interest over time.
And we can withdraw it at our pleasure?
Oh, of course, at Adventures Guild. The benefits and detriments are, well, your money is being kept safe, but you won't have access to it unless you're in a city with a major main guild influence.
Okay.
The long version of it is we get paid now or we take money out later.
Yeah.
Before that, Mandago says, so, I'm guessing that my name has leaked then to the families or the populace, because Manda brings back his mind on all the war crimes he committed under orders, and nobody knows from unless they saw him, because that's how military works usually. So I am to guess that everybody knows about me, right?
Not by name, but in these parts of the ring, your appearance is somewhat eye-catching. So even if they don't know you by name, they certainly do know what you look like. I am uncertain if your name has leaked out.
So, what do they want, sir? More money?
Oh, no. The families of the people that have passed are. There's no nice way to put this. They're on a warpath. They are demanding your head.
The Red Kids already tried that. That's the issue in the first place.
And
Pardon?
so, what do you suggest I should do about that? There is nothing I can do. I cannot defend myself on a court. I've been judged innocent by everyone. The people attacked me. And
So You have people openly planning his murder, and it's somehow our problem.
They aren't planning,
They're
so to
asking for
say.
his head while he's innocent. So basically, they are asking for someone to murder him.
It's a bit more complicated than how you put it. They are demanding the guild to hold him to see him guilty.
Responsible. Yeah, but
Responsible, exactly, and put him in court, and they are demanding a death penalty.
so this is the first time that somebody defends himself from the guilt, and the opponent's family had issues with it.
No, this is just a complicated issue. Usually, normal civilians do not take arms against the guild or its members because of obvious consequences when you have people fighting monsters, fighting bandits, fighting whoever all the time. They are generally not amenable to lay down when presented with arms.
So I have to guess then that those families have been approached by monarchists and twisted their minds so they get their cause and involve the guilt into it and maybe legitimize it. It's not a normal situation, sir. I have been judged innocent by the eyes of any mortal or ethical law, even though I reacted in strength. It was a reaction after their actions, their murderous will. Those families should be ashamed for their members. And yet, they seek vengeance, and they don't see the reality. That's pretty much monarchist MO, if you ask me, sir.
It doesn't matter.
I think this
Nobody's
can
going to
be
hurt.
contributed to the mentality of a grieving mother and grieving children.
Then the time will show, sir. If it's a grieving mother, it will shut down after a few months.
So these are people in a war zone, right?
Yes, they are.
I suppose they've got some sort of trouble now that their law enforcement and their city guard can't be utilized for that. How about we take care of that trouble and we show them that this wasn't something we meant to do and that magic can indeed be useful and that this person is a good person who's trying to help?
I don't think you being in contact with the families is gonna help in any way or shape
Oh
or
no, they
form.
just see us help them. We won't talk to them. They'll just learn.
So, are you suggesting that you'll be put on assignment in the second ring to help with the war efforts?
If you thought that I'm in Daisa, I was willing to pay monetarily or with service to alleviate the pain of these people, even though I don't recognize it as our sin.
Oh, you are definitely well within your rights. I'm just trying to make things better for everyone.
I understand the grieving mother, though, and I was willing to pay,
Think,
but I don't
in
know.
my experience, it is for now. It is best to let things settled down a bit. If you take contracts in the second ring, I would appreciate if you took them on the southern side.
I understand. But do you think...
But yes, let the dust settle, so to say, before poking the hornet's nest once more.
Will you do this?
There are grieving families, and while I said you're in no legal trouble with us, they are, well, how would you feel if a guard killed your son?
I would feel that
and got away with it without even a slap on the wrist. Even if your son was the main aggressor, the grief can cloud their judgment.
In that case, good sir, I would suggest...
We have some things on the local front that you would maybe be interested in if you are up for that.
Of course, but I think Vanda and the families would like to know that we've taken substantial time and effort to train ourselves to, from now on, make people just fall asleep. And there won't be trouble like that anymore. We're sorry it took us so long, but at least now there's a solution.
I have an idea, sir.
Yes?
I don't know, maybe that's foolish, because any action we make to apologize could legitimize their claims, and we're not guilty. I was about to suggest that you could withhold my payment as a punishment for something we would figure out, but that would only legitimize their claims.
Let's just say we donated that and our precious time to make sure things in the future turned out better.
I figure that at least a donation and not an apology, a sympathized letter, maybe to the families, would be something. Do you think it would help, kind sir?
I think it would just make them angry.
Okay, let's not go to the Bird Kingdom for now, I guess. Even though I'd really like to see those civilian murdering animals pay. I guess we have other people to worry about.
And unfortunately, that is up to the Boar and Stack Kingdom. As an adventurers guild, we are unable to directly side ourselves or the teams with either of the kingdoms to maintain our good standing and neutrality amongst all the rings and all the kingdoms. So that civilian murdering in the Argosy by the hands of the Stack Kingdom is up to them to sort out themselves. It is an unfortunate situation, but it is the reality nonetheless.
I am betting that the Boar Kingdom will be hiring mercenaries or adventurers to help, and I would very much like to help, but I'm guessing that's not in our future plans for now. Let's let it suss down. After all, I am betting that monarchists do their propaganda with those poor families. So if
almost definitely.
So I will, and I'm not talking for everyone. And Manda looks behind his back to his, and to his side to the group, even Gray, everyone. I'm not talking for everyone, but I will direct my raids to the proper receivers. I hope those families will see the truth in due time.
I'd like to help you make sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, and
Only hope.
about the interference with the law in Argosy, the law enforcement you're talking about, would that happen to be the Silencer Corp, good sir?
He rifles through some papers. Yes, let's see. Argosy. There is only a mention of violation of magical code of bringing undead into the city without a
So
proper permit.
I look at Dice and say,
So if
We were never
yeah.
notified of that.
I look at Daisa, I smirk, sarcastically, not, with a bad smirk, like disgust. And I say, so this asshole actually reported it. Yeah.
Yes. Let's see.
So we were said that it would not matter because we didn't know about that law. But he did report it out of some kind of spite, I guess. So, can we have any information we may have about those people, good sir? Because we have high suspicions. And I stop and look at him. Is he a trustworthy person? I'm sorry for the question, but you know what I mean.
That isn't for me to say. Does he seem like a trustworthy person to you?
I will go on and say, should we talk about more important stuff with a superior of yours, maybe? And no mean to undermine you by any way.
The superior would be the vice guild leader, or the actual leader of the Adventurers Guild main branch. I am not to toot my own horn, but I am one of the higher supervisors. You can of course request a meeting, but
Well,
if I knew what this was about, I could maybe help with
so
setting it up.
everything we say is on record, though, and the guild takes good care of its records, right?
Yes, it does.
In that case, let it be noted that we have strong suspicions. And then I look at Gray and say, I know you know, boy. They need more. We have strong suspicions that the monarchists have either infiltrated or are in cahoots, for a better term, with the Silencer Corps, or at least with the group that we encountered on Argosy.
It did smell bad.
That is a serious claim.
Oh, we know.
What are you basing this on?
This good boy here, his nose never failed us. He knows how to recognize specific smells. The same smell people that killed his master had. The same smell, the same smell we encountered only by monarchists in all our encounters. The same smell coming from some of the members of the guard, this person, the inquisitor or whatever, silencer person had with him. and the purple colors. But yeah. What we're saying, sir, is that we recognize that those accusations alone are not enough, but we would very much like to, in coordination with the guild, research more about the monarchists and or the connection they have with the Silencer Corps. Think about the common interests. One wants to secure that magic only happens when they say it's proper. The other wants to kill every magical being, every source of magic, completely mad. But not very far away.
I do have some trouble seeing the connection, but I have been proven wrong before. Even so, I'm gonna humor you
In
for
the
a second.
best case scenario, sir, the Silencer Corps is infiltrated by the monarchists without their knowledge. That's the best case scenario I can build.
I'm gonna humor you. So, let's say that these claims are valid. What is your recommended course of action we take?
Investigation and find more clues that would suggest that it's too soon to make accusations in the open, of course. We have a few leads. We have informed the guild about those leads before we leave for the council job. You said that you would look them over. Well, did you? And I am referring to a certain tinkerer's shop that we had suspicions, and we've seen suspicious movement the day before the train attack.
I was wondering when you would get onto that. We did a thorough investigation on this Nick and his store on Nick Snacks. There were quite a few shenanigans going on. On the positive news, he's not in league with the monarchists. This suspicious movement you recorded was him buying off the books materials.
Black market and smuggling.
Black market and smuggling. He has been fined, but and the items have been confiscated.
Why
But
does the
there
colour of the market make a difference? This is grey. Why does the colour of the market make a difference?
It's a signal, so we recognize the illegal market. Grey, it's something humanoids use. Just
Very
like, for example, if I would refer to you specifically, I wouldn't say the wolf, or I wouldn't say Grey, because there could be more wolves with the name Grey, but I would say the magical brain-talking wolf. So that
sounds complicated.
Name comes from that they operate in the black, in the darkness, not out in the open. So that's where the name Black Market comes from.
That makes some sense.
But yes, he has been fined. No connection to the monarchist cause was found. And the off-brand artifice materials have been confiscated. So good news on that front.
No, not so good news. Because if he had something to do with them, then we would have a lead. So, but good news
Well,
for him, yes.
good news in the regard that he isn't in league with the monarchists. We do not want the monarchists to have any have anything to do with capable people. So it is good news for everyone that an artificer, at least this artificer, isn't in league with them.
Have you find any clues on where this huge purple train has gone?
The train that attacked you on your way to Levi, correct?
Yes, that could give us a lead, and if we haven't found it, then I suggest it's hidden in a cave close to railroads, maybe?
Yes. Unfortunately, by the time we got the note of it and sent our teams to scout out the area, the train was nowhere to be seen, and it hasn't actually emerged since, which is odd considering multiple attacks on the previous weeks. On another hand, another train has gone missing around in the same area. So, yes, no leads on that front either. We have been a bit short-handed on this front since within 2 months' time, the island of the Tiger Clan is arriving in Pride. You know, one of the Flying Goliath Islands.
That's interesting. I may have some thoughts about that. So, would you mind giving us any copies of any jobs on monarchists?
Sir, we have been kind of hoping that you would take care of a certain one. There is a prison in Wrath. Recently, there has been a prison break. That among the escapees, there were multiple members of the monarchist organization waiting for questioning. We have tracked their movements somewhere to the nearby mountains, but lost them there. And with your enthusiasm of rooting them out, sorry, hiccups.
I mean, we do have a nose for it.
That's what I was thinking too. So, I've been kind of. Other teams have been taking the mission, but I was kind of hoping that you would take a crack at it too. Takes out the folder and passes it over the table to you.
Can I have the report on the missing train also? Location, etc.
Sir, hold on.
And maybe the reports on any recent activities. Maybe we will find some connections. I don't want them right now, Luca, you know, but...
Interesting enough, they have gone a bit quieter. Actually, fairly soon after you left, which is interesting.
Yeah, they moved their attention up north, helping spread propaganda to the poor war receivers.
But the war wasn't in action by them.
But as every war, there will be mass destruction aided by wizards. And anything wizards do that could have some people hating it, they will take advantage of.
I do suppose you're right. In any case, the reports are here. He hands you another, slightly thicker folder.
Thank you very much. Also, do you happen to know if there has been any issues with our first job in the factory? There were some complaints by this fat, well-deserved gentleman back then.
Aside from the first official complaint, there has been none. The factory has since resumed its operations and actually are hoping to finish their first prototype of their new skyship model, Weatherlight, by the time the Flying Island comes here.
So, out of game and unofficial pitch, what about the Troublemakers as a group name? I mean, we seem to do every job, but moving on. It's I just pitched that for the record, and we'll see.
I mean, if any of our viewers have any suggestions, we'll take them on.
Yeah, do go on.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I guess we're safe to move around Pride, right?
Oh yes, as safe as any person can be, especially a member of the guild.
I look at Dice and say, if we're going to do water dropping, if we're going to do undercover, I should take care of my appearance.
Probably a wise idea.
It's not my style, but the means.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah. So, out of game, let's buy a hat of disguise or something for Amanda. You know? And,
Yeah.
because the rest of you are easy to disguise, but I am the green person and probably the only snaky green person, not the orcish.
I mean, I'm a wolf that has a habit of changing colours.
So
Maybe we could glamour gray into like a kitty or a doggo.
we can
I'm-
glamour play to a person if we want. He can speak actually, even to the
Oh,
brain.
cool.
But no, it's
I'm fine being a wolf.
yeah, you're fine being a wolf, and all we need, if you're known as the wolf that changes colors, I mean, if you stay gray, then they will not know until it's too late.
Yeah, too
Fair.
late.
I think I'm more getting a reputation of being Miri's familiar. So
I don't know. I mean, both things are okay. We can also buy a wand of removing cares for that purpose only, maybe. I don't know. If we have the money.
it's all good.
And talking about money, so back to the monetary value. You can talk with Dyson. And Nak will be right back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, Daisha,
Yeah.
how would you like to get paid?
Food.
Well, this is to the group really, but I think we have enough cash, so maybe investing it is a better idea.
Can you
Maybe,
repeat that?
yeah, we could do that. And treats for the doggo and the drago and the filigree familiar.
Daisha, can you repeat that?
I was asking if we're happy to just get paid and invest that. Because basically we have like 10k, and that should be enough till we get to a big thing.
You just spent 3 on spells.
Yeah, but that was a great opportunity. I think it was like a capital city and stuff.
And magic items, if there are any to be bought, will be quite expensive.
Okay,
Gray
then let's not.
Gray doesn't care about money. I'm out of game speaking that we don't actually have that much compared to some of the items we've seen price-wise.
Okay. I don't really know, just my opinion. That's why I asked you guys.
Yeah. Gray doesn't care. I'm speaking out of game for this. All Gray cares about is food and you guys being safe. So
Food. Excuse me, sorry.
how much out of game? How much is the monetary value? Because that might make a difference if we invest it or not.
2,500 per.
Okay. I mean, that's not a huge amount.
But we can withdraw that at any time, anywhere. How does
Anywhere
the
where there's
banking
an
system
adventurous
work?
guild.
Oh, okay.
And it has to be big enough to obviously support that amount of money. So smaller versions of it probably won't be able to work.
Okay.
And what's the interest rate anyway?
For guild members, we are looking at 2% a year.
And how much is the reward we are talking about?
2,500 per member.
All remember.
So, Dungeons and Dragons. You don't need to live real life here.
That's like 80 gold pieces per year. That's not bad, but I'd like to have the money on me, I think. Right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, 2% isn't much. So
Okay, let's say my idea. Okay. We buy what we need to buy, we put them on a bank. If we leave to go somewhere with that we know that it's not a big town, we get some spending expenses with us. And then if we need to buy something from somewhere, we either go on the bank or make the bank pay. Is that a possibility? Can we go to such and such shop and say, you can get paid by the bank because I don't have the cash on me?
We do have checking accounts, but they are ring-wide.
I think it's easier just to keep the cash on us. The
Yeah.
investment is not that high, and
Yeah.
it's just adding extra steps in case we forget cash, and it's. I
We
don't
could
think it's
always
worth
get
it.
robbed, though.
We can always get robbed, first of all. And second of all, you're talking now that it's 3 or 2,000 or 2,500. When we get to 10,000 or 30,000 each, it will worth it. No, you know what I mean. We can always get money out of the bank, go shopping, put the rest in the bank. Right?
Yeah.
So
if we have enough left, I
yeah,
guess.
so we don't carry cash on us. And who knows, at some point we may get captured. When we get out, we have something on the bank.
I mean, Gray literally has a dimensional pocket that he stores things in.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we know we have them too, but there are people with the means to take away those stuff from us, even from you.
Shall we solve this off screen?
I mean, yeah,
Probably best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
now, what I would suggest is now that we don't have a lot of money aside, I don't know how much money do we have on the group?
10,000.
10,000
We've got just over 11,000 total.
at the moment, and when we get paid, we will maybe have a little more. But let's go shopping quickly for those 2-3 stuff that we need. Put the rest on bank and keep like 100 gold on us. We can always take it back when we need to. For now, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's only a note on the group loot that those are in the bank, right? Let's do that then. So, Luca, do you think that we can find without, I mean, unless you want to, role-playing a hat of disguise somewhere in this city, and maybe, I don't know, a wand or a token of remove cares once per day? Or once per week even? No, it would work.
We can certainly look into that. So, you get paid however you later decide you get paid. Right now, I'd say you have the cash on hand.
Yeah. Give the gas on hand now and we see.
So yeah, and you leave the guild hall. It's early-ish morning, still, before noon. So you spend some time going around the shops. Yeah, in the shopping district of the city, there's quite lively. It's quite lively as people are putting up their stalls, going from shop to shop. You see one few adventure groups here and there, but yeah. What are we looking for?
We're looking for magical trinkets and I don't know, weird stuff.
I didn't even know we were going shopping today, so not sure.
No,
I'm
basically,
not sure either.
I thought shopping was all being done off stream to save
no,
time.
it's only two things that are kind of important. I mean, and come to mind. We don't want to check and shop around for hours. And like, we need specific
Yeah.
stuff. We need something that can disguise or change the appearance of Manda, maybe a hat of disguise, and something that can remove cares for Grey. But that's a secondary thing, I guess.
The roof curse can be done in at least one place that we know of. I assume others could do it as well, as a worst case scenario.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a long way to travel.
And
Assuming that only that place can do it, I imagine other places could probably do it.
I mean, every major church could, but it's an item we will need. You never know what will happen to you. I mean, the blood thing is. I mean, yeah, it's a secondary
The blood
thing.
thing is disturbing.
It's disturbing, but it's a secondary thing. It's not important. But if we find an item that can do that in a night once a week or something for a proper price, why not take it until we have
Fair enough.
the spell or the money?
Yeah. If the
Actually,
opportunity to buy it is there, then yeah, go for it, right?
Fair enough. We probably could do with some more healing pills, I guess. But again,
Yes.
we don't have to worry about actually role playing any of that.
So, you look around and you find a shop. It's a very interesting looking shop that seems to cater to magical apparel. Magical clothes. Apparel. That's right. Magical clothing. It's called Hubert's Humble Outfits for Discerning Gentlemen.
I am a discerning gentleman, so I walk in.
I am not, so I stay out.
Neither am I, so
I follow
I'm
Miri.
gonna-
So.
Come on, let's find something for ladies.
Hey, thank you guys
Yeah.
for feeding Bubbles.
Yay! Somebody fed Bubbles.
Inside,
Thank you.
you find this rather stocky, almost pear-shaped person, dressed in very fancy clothing. Oh, good day there. My name is Hubert, but everybody calls me Bert. How may I assist you?
Hello, good sir. I am interested in, in something that I could easily activate and deactivate, and that could change my appearance. I am invited in a masked party. Wink, wink.
I am sorry, sir, but I do not swing that way. So you will have to find the +1 on your own. But for the disguise, I can certainly help you with that.
Sure. Let's yes.
What kind of? I have a few options for you. So why don't you tell me what kind of item are you actually in search for? I have this nice vest in here. He walks up to a small rack, pulls out a rather stylish vest. It can alter its appearance within limits, and it can grow a cape, and it can even lengthen itself, so you can have a proper sleeveless cloak.
No, I'm looking for something more that would change my appearance, not its own.
Oh, that is then a bit more exquisite, but no, nothing I cannot handle. Let's see. Emily, did we have anything that can mask appearance?
Maybe in the back. Sorry. Sorry, sir.
You see this rather mousy-looking lady walking over.
Yes, Hubert. Bert. There should be a hat or bandolier. Not bandolier. Bandana in the back that have disguise properties. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry. Excuse me, Bert. Sir.
Walk back. Oh yes. Follow me to the back.
Yes.
You see to the back of the store, and after a moment, from a shelf he pulls out this hat case. This is the more traditional. Not too many people wear bandanas around here, so that could raise some questions. He opens the hat case, revealing this almost a top hat. What's the proper word? Where the
top hat.
like a top hat, but it's round.
Oh. Okay,
Bowler.
I know what you mean.
Top.
Like the Inquisitor hat, flat all around,
Top.
or the Boy Scout hat.
Bowler hat.
Bowler
What
hat?
did you say?
That's a bowler hat, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, bowler hat.
Okay. But you said something about a bandana, right? I mean, do they do the same job?
Yes, but the bandana has to be worn on your face. It is more for, well, it is usually sold by, bought by some people with questionable motives.
And how much would each of them cost?
They both run the same price, since the effect is similar. The bandana is actually just 20 gold pieces cheaper, but the hat is 6,000 gold pieces.
You okay?
That was
He's trying to swallow the price.
yeah.
That was in character.
Yes, that was in character. Oh, right. Do we have anything in the cheaper scale that does something like that?
Not on here. I could refer you to my brother. He's an alchemist who has some face-shaping ointment.
Yes, but that wouldn't solve the problem permanently and on demand, right?
No, it takes some time to apply and the effect wears off in a few hours.
Yeah, so what do I do, guys? Do I get them?
I mean, you've just been given 2.5k for the job, and you've got however much you had before plus the group fund. So there's plenty of gold.
Yeah.
It will probably
Yeah.
come in handy in a lot of situations anyway, so I think you should take it.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
that. Yep, okay.
And it's for everyone anyway. I mean, ultimately, it's for everyone.
And I mean, you can take Gray's money because he wouldn't even notice.
Out of his little hole.
That thought comes to mind and I say, yeah, sure, why not?
Very well. He
Excuse me, should I try to haggle to get the bandana ever cheaper? Should I? Nah. Okay, but I will know. So, would that be a difficult request if I can ask this a little fitted for my head? Because, and I get my cloak out and he sees the horns. I have horns.
Oh, that is no problem at all. He takes the hat and slaps it on your face, and it seems to sit there perfectly, as if the hat adjusts itself around the horns.
Ooh.
On his face.
I mean, yeah, whatever. It
On
goes.
his head.
I was like, I just had the image then of the guy just putting it on his over his little snout.
I had the same image. He just pushes it on my face and then the hat adjusts on my head, of course, but he was kind of funny.
And just a very muffled little, yeah, this fits really well.
So I look like like a witch doctor now of sorts. Like, a Native American, they wear hats like that, but they were all, it's funny.
No, you look. Oh yeah.
Half hat, half man, completely awesome.
And it even doubles up as a gas mask.
Oof.
So, Mr. Reed, looks rather stylish on you.
We remove the money later, or remove them from the group loot for now, I guess. And take my money. Here, take my money.
Take my money.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Futurama GIF inserted.
But by the way, sir,
Yes.
did you hear about the artificer down the street? I think Nick was his name.
Oh, spell the T, please. Is there T to be spelled?
Oh, yes, there is indeed, sir. You know, one of his machines got wrong, went wrong, and he turned himself into a pickle. He was Pickle Nick. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
I love it. I love it. Now I meet him, and I'm so afraid of him. At
If
the
we
same time,
meet him, Gray might eat him.
I am.
Gray, no
Oh,
eating.
with
If he's a pickle,
pickle Nick.
It's not gonna agree with you. It's a pickle. You're a wolf.
it's food.
No.
Anyway, I love the references. Oh my god. So,
Uh,
is that true? That's amazing. He ma- Do you think he could replicate that?
It took the. It was, from what I hear, it was hard enough to get turned back. So I don't think he's trying to anytime soon.
So there is no pickle.
Not anymore. Who said that?
Yeah, that's a shame.
so we're back to the pickle.
Said what?
Yes. But is that all, good sir?
Do you have any pet items? Pet-sized items? Dog collars? Cute dresses?
No, that would be my brother Gilbert. He specializes in animal handling and their needs.
How many brothers do you got, sir?
7. We are
Oh,
octuplets,
oh, is
but
that
I'm the handsome one.
is that common for humans?
I don't think it's common for any race that doesn't come from eggs.
I was about to say I have 12 on my butts. 13 with me.
Oh, well, you know my struggles then.
My yeah. Oh, Manda goes dark for a couple of seconds. He completely changes his demeanor. His face, his mind travels to horror for something that seems weak in his mind, but he comes back in 2 seconds, looks at the guy, says, yes. He looks around. He recognizes that he's in a store. Yes, thank you for the hat. Goodbye. And he turns around and leaves. Gets out.
Goodbye, sir.
Yes, goodbye. I, I, I did pay.
Yes, you did.
Okay, goodbye then. And I come out to meet the other guys, and I say, "Hey, do you like my new hat? I haven't tried it yet."
It looks great.
So it's an official hat of disguise.
It's an official hat of disguise.
I will add it on my character sheet, and it's at will. How do you remember?
Hold on. Hat. Hat of disguise. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast disguise self spell from it at will. The spell ends when the
Okay.
hat is removed. Requires attunement.
Okay. I have attunement slots for now anyway. Cool. Thank you.
So, where to next?
Also, I take note. Okay, I go out. I say, "This is my new hat, guys. I will see how it works in a few hours when I get the feel of it." He told me about his brothers. He has 7 of them, but 2 of them has stores. One of them specializes. He can help with pets in case we need something. And that's it. I'm sorry it was kind of expensive. I will pay you back. Okay, somebody else may take over now. So I can add it.
So,
I guess we try and find the color guy, because maybe Gray has something that he likes. Or do we move on?
Gray wasn't after anything, but if he's got something interesting, then it's worth a look. I don't know what's there.
I think we wanted something that might possibly remove curses from Gray.
That's not necessarily a pet thing. That could literally be any magical place that sells it, I
Oh,
imagine.
okay. But it would be
I
cool
mean, we
though.
wanted some pills, but yeah, let's say we go
Oh
get those.
yes,
And
the pills. Yes.
Oh yeah, healing pills.
Healing pills and potions. Yeah.
I mean, is there anything in that shop that's interesting to look at for Gray?
Okay, just so you guys know, for now, I have 2,900 gold on me. You can have 2,500 of that, and I get no payment. I keep like 400 gold on me, 420 to be precise. And
The hat was 6, yeah?
take them all from me, and then do the math.
Yeah, but was the hat 6,000?
Yes, unless the guy who gave it cheaper because he liked my green, nice, cute face. I don't know.
In that case, it's just 1,000 come off the group loot, which is fine. So that's done.
Okay,
I
that's
still
all.
have money. I could spare you some if you need it. I've got like 2,740 gold.
I love D&D. I feel so rich.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I can spare you guys some. I don't think there's anything I want to buy
No,
at the moment.
I am totally fine for now.
Mhm.
Unless we get an item for Grey, or you guys are interested on checking and doing shopping, we could move on with the main campaign.
I actually just want some healing potions. Are we getting some for the group or?
I mean, if it's only
I mean,
if it's only healing potions, again, it's very easy. Let's buy things
yeah.
if we need things and we know that we need them. But let's not do window shopping, maybe.
Yeah.
And
I'm more wondering if that, in fact, he mentioned here a pet place. Is there
Yeah,
something
he
interesting for Gray there, or is it just a random? Oh yeah, try there anyway.
he did mention it. Kind of made a point of it actually.
I mean,
So
Gray doesn't really desperately need anything other than, well, more survivability would be nice, but that's not particularly desperate.
true.
I'm happy to look in the shop, or we can just keep going.
I mean,
Up to you all.
let's keep going, I guess, so we can progress with our special events for the night.
We have a special event for the
I don't know.
apparently he does. He's going to a wink party with colors and everything.
Yes, it seems to be the ghost party. You know, the shopkeeper heard voices. I saw stuff, PTSD. It seems to be a theme for Manda lately. But anyway, there was some ghost voices in the beginning of the session. So, what I'm saying is, do you think we can find the remove curse thing? And do you want to roleplay it?
it depends where you look at.
First of all, is it approachable on the price, or is it something like the last thing?
Depends.
Is there a church that we could buy that from?
There is the Church of Lucifer, yes.
So maybe in the Church of Lucifer they could sell stuff like that. Do they have a store? Do they sell stuff like that?
The Church of Lucifer? What?
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm okay. I mean, if I think we don't desperately need that thing, do we?
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not desperate at all.
Okay, so let's do this out of Session maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So let's make a plan. I'm guessing what we do is go back to an inn, the guild suggested inn, and we deposit the money we didn't spend.
I think you should leave town and come back with a hat disguise so people think you've left.
That's a very good idea. So, what would you guys think for? Is there a retreat town any nearby? I mean, holidays in Genesis or something like that.
Holiday.
If you want to relax, you should go to Sloth.
Actually, it's one town next. So, what would you guys say? We go there for a couple of days. We have some, take a, I don't know, pedicures and massaged and stuff like that. And while we do that, we check the reports on the files and we try to figure out some connections and set on our lead.
Yeah, sure. If the DM's cool with it.
Sounds like a
We,
plan, I suppose.
me personally, I don't want to do anything special. I just want to go in a resort, negotiate a small price for everything, and say that we have some saunas and massages during the day, and most of the hours we discuss privately about the plan and check the files and everything like that.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I'm up for a resort.
it's up to you to describe it or whatever you want. But we're not going to for holidays. We're going for a couple of days in a retreat. We're not going to leave the inn or the tavern or the hotel or whatever. Just stay there, relax, and recuperate and make the plan and research the files.
Okay, just to be clear, we're going there to plan for the next job.
We took the train job. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we're
Not the
planning.
train, the escape. We took the escape on Wrath, the escape of prisoners on Wrath. But we want to read the report. We want to read the train reports because we suspect there could be a train hideout and maybe the escapees went there. And any other reports that may be showing us that they're buying specific materials or I don't know. It depends.
So you want to head away from Wrath to read up on stuff, then head to Wrath afterwards?
Yes, because that way everybody will think that we left town if we've been watched for some reason, and then we can use the Hat of Disguise on our way to Sloth and on our way back from Sloth, so nobody knows that I'm here.
Yeah, but he knows we came back with a new person. What I was suggesting is like you leave with a caravan and then hop off on the first day or something and just come back. But yeah, we can do this too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I don't see much point heading that far away from the place. Why not just change disguise on the way to Wrath? We're not going to change how we look, so it's going to be obvious enough anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that easily. I can leave town today and be back tonight. Heck, I will fly my way away. I will become a hawk and come back. No, I cannot fly yet. Nope, I cannot fly yet. But,
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what? So, what's the next direction?
Manda leaves town. Daisa goes to inform that Manda left the group. Goes to the guild to inform that Manda left the group. Manda comes back as a Emmanuel or whatever. Or Bronco, I don't know. Let's find a name for Manda's alias. And he comes back in this disguise, re-enters the guild, joins the group. What's the point of that?
Yeah, I mean, you're literally leaving and then rejoining the same group that you're known to hang around with. It's literally not going to disguise you in any way.
The point was that Manda was supposedly the aggressive one and blah blah blah. And he's the one that cannot disguise if we actually have to. So
Yeah.
he just moves away. This guy went, we hired another adventurer because except for our allies in the Adventurers Guild, they don't know that we actually share history and stuff. I look different enough that you could assume. So,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
it's just a shot. It's not really a grand plan.
Yeah. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
we're just kind of trying to
To
do
disorient our
yeah,
enemies in case they are checking for us.
to
We could
do
name him
some
Adam too.
sleight of hand misdirection kind of thing. It's not supposed to be bulletproof.
So
I
let's
don't
Yeah,
think.
let's not involve the guild, because if they find out from the guild, then we know that we have a traitor in it. I will just leave. I
Ooh.
will just leave the town with my suitcases and come back tonight hidden and as a new person.
Without your suitcases.
I mean, I will buy a pair of new suitcases. No, I can easily make the suitcases look like other suitcases, guys. Come on, let's move on. Are we seriously talking about that?
Yes. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so we spend the rest of the day doing this plan and resting, so that tonight we can research the files. Is that a valid plan for you, Icarus?
Sir, I think I got kind of lost at the planning, but
Check this out. Where is the nearest skyport? Is there one on Pride?
yes.
I take the first ship to anywhere, the cheapest.
He took the midnight plane to anywhere.
The cheapest one, okay? As long as we move away from the town, I fall off the ship, transform into a squirrel, so I take not that much when I fall down, and come back to the town as a new person. Or something like that, you know?
Okay, you do that.
Manda makes writes a suicide note because of his PTSD. So
OMG.
Manda is assumed dead, and I come back a new person with my new disguise.
I mean,
Okay, you do that. That has now happened. You reunite with your group at the hotel, and from there, I think you
My
go.
new alias is Ichumi.
Okay,
uh,
so you go from to Rastan.
We first of all we search the files, so you give us any info so we may investigate further. Is there any reference, any connection that we may find with the train attack and stuff like that?
This is the this is the files on the prison, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, we have the job to go to Rath and investigate. What is the report on Rath says? Also, what is the report on the train says? Where is it stolen from? Did they see the direction of the train after it left? Maybe if there are any other reports of the monarchist activity, we could see the big picture and find any connection. They're buying or they're trafficking specific stuff. They're hitting specific targets that seem to connect. They connect via magic, I guess. But we're trying to do some detective work during the night with the files, in case we find any more info before we lead off to Wrath.
So the train that disappeared between Babylon and Pestilence. What comes to the Wrath, there is indeed a prison. More of a, you could say, this particular prison was more of a holding cell facility for people waiting trials, people waiting for questioning. So not yet convicted criminals. There was a huge explosion at the night. About 24 guards killed. Not just in the explosion, but in the aftermath, when the people inside rioted. And a huge group of suspected monarchist activists fled, never to be seen again. The trail led north into the mountains, where, well, it seems like they have disappeared. The monitoring of the surrounding area shows that there were no airships in the nearby region. So it is unlikely that they flew off.
So if they have a secret cave somewhere here on these mountains, they could easily.
Wrong.
You said Babylon to Pestilence.
Wrath is where the prison is.
Oh, the prison. So maybe they went through the mountains. Okay, so investigate the area and find a hidden place. We have Grey, and we will find other means if nature will show them, I guess. That's about. And what about the train? It disappeared between Pestilence and Babylon. The attack we had was on our way from Babylon to Levi. So in this, they operate around this area. So this seems to be the place, because if you see, the train goes through the forest next to the mountains. So it would be easy to hide stuff in this area, easier than any other area with next to the mountains. Any place would be good, but this one that touches the trees seems better for a hidden place, so you can board your train and hit the surrounding areas. Also, would it be possible to disguise a whole train?
Possible, yes. Probable.
Yeah, I mean,
If you have enough resources.
it depends on how you want to disguise it. It's either impossible or laughably easy.
So these guys move around somehow with a purple train, and nobody sees them after they leave. So probably there is no, because let's be honest, it's a purple train. Okay, purple train, purple train.
No.
Okay,
No.
so somehow they operate this train. I don't know. You know what I mean.
Great, now it's stuck in my head. Thanks.
Anyways, but this is something for after. So, looking through the other cases, if there are any, can you talk about the headlines? What other cases are there?
There has been an odd rampage of stealing and theft going around. The items are rather varied, and yeah, uh, they are rather odd assortment of items. I can make a quick list about them.
A table, a spoon, and stuff like that. Or so what do you guys think?
What do
I
you
think we should let Gray's nose guide us, because that's what the guy said at the guild.
For the wrath situation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
Okay,
purple train,
Daisa,
purple train.
can you buy me a pair of leather gloves? Because out of game, if first of all, Daisa, can you buy me a pair of leather gloves? Not Knack. Okay, and then even if I don't use the disguise, when I have my cloak down and a pair of gloves, my scales are not easy to see. For the cases that I don't use it.
I'll go and buy you some.
So these are the most commonly stolen items. There are a bunch of other like crafting materials, pipes, tubes, wires.
They're making an airship. Check the things we have. And it tracks because they attacked the airship factory before, and they keep doing it.
What's a dungeon core cage?
It negates the effects and influence of the dungeon while keeping it alive.
So
And
dungeons.
can you transport it too?
Yes, you can.
And how does one carry an anti-magic field? Is it like emitted from a stone or something?
Yeah, basically devices that are inscribed with anti-magic fields. That once you activate.
No, go ahead.
Hmm?
I was talking and you talked and I missed the
So
part.
anti-magic fields. Well, you activate them and they emit a field of anti-magic.
So if I made an airship and could load it up with dungeon core cages, I could bombard people with dungeons.
Wow, that'd be cool.
No.
First, I mean, yes and no. If you capture the core and move it out of its dungeon and release it somewhere else, the core needs time to claim the surrounding area.
I'm guessing they're
before.
using. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they're using these cores as fuel for their airships. Maybe. Can I make a guess like that?
I mean, I don't see why not. You could make that kind of a guess.
This is so hypocritic. They're all against magic and they use those demigod of existences to magically supply their airships, or their machines or whatever. This is totally hypocritical.
Or they're gathering all of the dungeons, so they're the only ones who can train their people in them and get the stuff. And then nobody else has magic.
Maybe.
So they claim they want to destroy it, but they're actually hoarding it.
That checks out with the silencer motives in Alliance. They're trying to detain it. Very troubling. Well, first things first. Let's go looking for those criminals. I bet we will find ourselves in a lair in the end of our search.
Yeah, let's go.
So can you point on the map where exactly the jails are on Wrath?
I mean, Rath's just a city or a town.
Yes, the jails are in the city.
Oh, they are in the city. Okay, okay. Maybe sometimes they keep the jail here because it's in the middle of the mountains or next to the city, you know.
No, this is just a village.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, it takes you 4 hours to go to Wrath. It's starting to be the end of the day by the time you arrive. And yeah, the Wrath is much like Pride in its. I don't know how much you want me to describe the place, but you arrive to Wrath. From the looks of it, it seems very like to Pride in its architectural design, but more, you could say, industrialized. There are a lot more, you could say, where Pride is the pride and joy of the promise of Lucifer. Wrath, on the other hand, is the more we make weapons, we train combat mages,
Factory city
it's
with
more aggressive on its appearance and feel.
so an industrial city with many factories and training camps.
Yes. All geared towards the general magical elements. There are a few campuses for Mages College that train combat mages. There's a smaller Adventurers Guild branch office in here. New destructive spell innovations.
Okay. So I guess we're getting to the guild's office to get the first pointers on where things happened, the directions people took, etc., etc.
So yeah, you have the mission already. Basically, there is the jail that has been broken out of, and the escapees having been have been spotted running into the mountains or towards the mountains.
South, west of the city, north,
North.
west, northwest of the city.
This mountain range.
Okay, Mary.
Yes,
why don't
I'm
you
here.
take Gray to get him out for a walk and let him sniff around the prison to see if he gets
Okay.
some sense, and come back to meet us on the north gate, maybe, or close. Where did they escape? Through the walls, through the gate?
Through the walls.
Do we need to be stealthy about this, or just pretend that we're like walking?
Start with that. If anybody asks any questions, show him the paper from the Adventurer Guild if he is someone who with the right to see it.
Okay. Out of game, do we roll? What do we roll? Do we roll for something?
No idea. What are you wanting? What are you wanting to roll?
I don't know. Stealth or wait.
What do you want to accomplish? Would be maybe the
All?
more appropriate.
Yes.
Okay. Out of game, do we're gonna try and see if we can find something at the prison. So
I mean, we've been sent by the guild, haven't we, to investigate it? So I'm assuming
yeah.
we're allowed to be there.
Okay.
So I guess we just go in and sniff around, literally.
Okay. Cool.
I
You
assume.
sniff around. Oh, I could go in my kitsune form, I guess.
I mean, we don't have to sneak. All I was trying to
Should
say
I roll
is
perception too, or
we don't need to sneak, guys. We have the right to investigate. The thing is that I didn't want us to just go and say, hello, we are investigators. We're looking for the...
no? Of course not.
You know, that's why I said, take Gray and walk around there to see if you sniff stuff.
Yeah.
And we keep an eye from distance, not very
So
far
you go
away.
into the prison, right? Correct.
Yeah, go to prison, see what I can sniff, I guess.
Collect 200.
Yeah, there are a few guards patrolling the place, keeping civilians out, and that would be your when you first get stopped. One of the guards approaching. Hey, halt there! No one unauthorized entry on the premise.
Sorry, I
We're
didn't hear
here
that.
from the. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Halt there! No one unauthorized entry on the premise.
Sir, excuse me. We do have authorization to be here, and I show him the paper from the guild.
Do you have your guild badges?
Yes, I do. I mean, here I can show you my badge. He's with me. He's my familiar. Does he need a badge too?
Okay, I do have one, but not going to show it unless it's required.
Yeah.
Unless he's transformed from humanoid, I don't see why he would need one. Let's see. Looks to be in order. So, you know what's going on?
No, sir, we're actually just out for a walk. My familiar needed to go potty, so I decided we should get some exercise as well.
So you came to here on a guild contract, but the guild contract is not the reason why you are here, because you needed to take your family. This is sounding highly suspicious.
They do need to potty, sir. They're. I mean,
Yep.
he's a wolf.
Yeah,
if
but
you're not here to investigate, then take your familiar to potty elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we're going there to investigate. Why are we lying about that?
Oh well. Thought we were supposed to be a little bit stealthy about it.
I mean, I say let's just get it done, because at this point I've got no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, sure, that works.
I'm completely
okay,
lost
so
in what's going
on. Scratch the rest of that, I guess. Okay, so. Well, we're also here to investigate, sir. I mean, we're We're just taking a short detour, but if you could tell us what's going on, we'd be happy to listen.
Highly suspicious. I better get my supervisor. I'm not getting paid enough for this. He walks off.
Okay.
In 5 minutes, comes back with a more decorated-looking officer. So, I hear there's some problems. You're sent from the guild, correct?
Yes, yes, that's correct, sir. And I show him our authorization papers.
Okay, so what seems to be the problem?
We're there's no problem, sir. We're just here from the guild and we're here to investigate the escape. But
And what
we're
are you doing
just
here? Go out and investigate. Off with you.
we're just trying to keep things like, you know, quiet a little bit. So we don't disturb any people who might get suspicious about why we're here.
Why would we get suspicious on why you are here?
No, sir, not you. Like whoever is behind all of it.
I suggest you go then and investigate away.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You get let inside.
We are terrible people for making you do it in 5 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I'm sorry. Normally
No,
I'm okay with it, but I just have I took a painkiller today.
it's okay. It's okay. You're doing great.
Sorry.
It's very fun.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No,
Sorry.
no harm. No harm done. Don't worry. It's okay.
Oh my god, my brain is fried. Okay.
So, inside the prison. Yeah, the prison complex seems to be mostly empty. You see that on the wall on the side of the mountain there is a huge opening in the wall. Bunch of stone rubble everywhere, scattered around the fields on the inside and the outside. It also looks like the building itself has been blasted multiple times. These cells that have walls on the outside have pretty decent sized holes. It doesn't look like they were particularly selective on which rooms to blast open. So the building looks more like what's the
Swiss
Emmental?
cheese.
Swiss. Yes, cheese of the Swiss. Um, inside there are a couple other adventuring groups looking around. One of them, one group or rather pair, are dressed in odd assortment of clothes. The main guy, this tall, lanky-looking fella, has this odd-looking hat, a long checkerboard coat, and he's looking around with a spyglass. Gray, you smell. The
Sorry.
smells are rather diluted at this point, mixed up with passing of time and multiple groups coming in and out. So there is very little for you to go about in here.
Okay.
But for you looking around, there is this one more interesting looking fella, all on his own, looking at the explosions, looking at the residue left from the explosion. Seems to be fairly knowledgeable of the area, of the things, of the bombs, of the whatever. So yeah,
How does this person smell?
he smells of, I'd say, gasoline, maybe.
He smells of gasoline.
Or similar stinging scent.
Hmm. So I whisper to Gray, what, do you get any sense of anything in here?
Nothing that will help us locate them, but the person over there does smell like I don't know, something odd, but he seems interested in what's going on as well.
How about let's try and talk to that guy?
I'll follow you.
So I walk up to the guy and I go for Kitsune mode. And I start batting my eyelashes at him.
All right.
Hi,
Louis,
sir.
you're up.
You're flirting with Lewis. Well done.
I'm flirting with
Whoa!
Oh god.
Won't you be
Okay.
creeping up on like that?
Hello, sir. My dog and I were just kind of wondering if you know anything about what happened here. Would you be able to tell us what's going on?
Well, it looks like there was a few explosions, doesn't it?
He's not gonna make this easy for me. Sorry, that's out of game. Well, I mean, I know, but do you have the tea? Want to spill some tea with me?
Nah, we don't drink tea round here. We like the rum, yeah?
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing.
This is taking a
Wait.
fucking turn, isn't it?
My name is my name is Mary, by the way. What's yours?
My name is Ort McTalla. You can call me Ort, Mac, or Talla. I don't mind.
Ort
So you wanted to know
McTalla.
about these explosions, right?
Yes. Yes, Ort. Would you like to tell me a little bit more?
Well, there. I've seen these before.
I mean, a
Or at least I
big,
think I've seen something like this
strong,
before.
smart guy like you, I'm sure you know a lot about these explosions. Tell me a little more.
Is you flirting with me? I'm not used to this, love. Nah. These explosions, I think they were called... So it seemed to think it looks like something someone I used to know. Because someone called Karma used to do this, something like this.
I'm sorry, did you say karma?
Karma.
Karma.
As in, when you do something, if you do something you're not happy about, you're not sure it's good, and it comes back to bite you in the ass. Karma.
Sorry.
That's great.
Um,
So I appear to be killing people here. Yeah.
did you see anything about the escape or anything at all? And then she kind of comes nearer and runs a fingertip down his arm. Do you know anything else? Or
I honestly, I can't tell you anything else right now. Your dog's terrifying me.
oh no, he's
Give
a
me the
good
evil eye.
dog. He's a good dog. Don't worry about him. Look at me. And she looks into his eyes and goes full on kitsune he's and tries to seduce the information out of him.
Oh, why do you smell funny?
You smell
so-
funny.
What?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
No, I mean
What?
something on you is burning my nose. I don't know what it is, but it smells weird.
Wait, are you talking out of game? Are you talking directly to him now? Or
Yeah, I'm thinking to him in game.
okay.
Burns your nose. That could be the gasoline, I suppose.
know what
Highly
it is.
flammable. It burns and can also be used in explosives. Actually,
I don't like it.
you're not supposed to like it. It's not good for you.
Did you say gasoline? Why would you smell like gasoline? Were you directly involved in?
No. I build things, and
Are you
and
sure? And then
He doesn't
yes,
smell like
okay, I do blow things up, not on purpose,
She-
but I do blow things up.
he doesn't smell like one of them.
she goes a little bit closer and kind of brushes up against him. So, do you have any friends around here? Like maybe
Around
friends
here?
who like
No,
party?
not around here.
Why are you investigating this place?
Like I said, it's karma. Me and
What
karma
is
don't get
Karma?
on.
Who is Karma? I guess. She another two legs?
Is she a two-leg? Is she
Well, two
human?
legs. You mean like me, who walks up to a human? Yeah, suppose.
Was she one of the ones that smells bad?
But not having your sense of smell, I couldn't actually tell you.
Drew would know what I mean. I'm hoping for a vague translation. As in, was it one of the anarchists? Which I'm assuming Miri would translate.
Yeah. So she sidles up even closer and smiles up at him while looking up at him through her eyelashes, and she goes, "Was it maybe one of them anarchists? Were they wearing purple?"
Yeah, the ones that smell bad.
Could be. She. Yeah, could be. I suppose. Can't say that I've seen them for a while, but like I said, this looks like their work. So
We're looking for them. They've obviously. We were told something escaped.
We're
fled
trying
from
to
here somewhere.
find them. Any information that you can give us would help.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you whether Karma is part of the gang. But like I said, this looks very much like her work. If she was here to
We-
break out, I mean, break someone out, then if they were one of these manarchists, did you say? Then it's
Yeah.
possible they've hired her.
So Miri puts a hand on his arm and says, "You know, we could use a big, strong guy like you to help us. Would you like to come along?
Out of game.
Maybe,
Do you? Sorry, Karen.
maybe help us investigate what happened?"
Okay.
I'm
That's
sorry.
amazing. That's top quality. Top quality. I love it.
He doesn't look so strong to me.
Yeah, but
Smells funny.
Gray. And I think at Gray because he's thinking at me. I think at Gray.
Oh, I'm thinking out loud.
No, this is Gray. This is just, we need him. We need him. Come on, don't do that. I'm
I'm
talking
not
to
saying
him
don't
out of the
come. I'm just
corner.
saying. I'm not saying don't come. I'm saying it just doesn't look strong.
I'm talking to Gray out of the corner of my mouth, going, "Come on, I'm trying to flatter him into giving us information. Don't- Shh, quiet."
It looks
So,
weird.
uh, so, Orit, did you say your name was?
Yeah, what?
We could really use your help. I mean, we don't really know our way around this place, so maybe you could come and be our guide? And she smiles winningly up at him.
Um, sure.
Ah, lovely. Thank you. And she takes his arm and pats Gray on the head while telling Gray out of the corner of her mouth, "Shh, just go with it." And then she smiles back up at Orit and lets him lead her around the area.
Gray's thoroughly confused.
I,
She's not
I
the only one.
glare at Gray and mentally tell him, "Shh, just go with it. Just, come along."
I mean, Gray wasn't being mean intentionally. He wasn't at any point saying don't trust the guy or anything. He was just saying that he doesn't look strong and he smells funny.
Meanwhile, on the corner of a sidewalk, sitting down, Manda plays with little flowers in his hand and little roots with druid craft, and says, looks up at Daisa and says, "Should we bring lands? It's taken long."
Yeah, let's try.
I go pick up some food. You stay here. That's it. It was a comedic interference. Go on.
Pretty sure we're about to come and find you now.
I mean, I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I was just trying to make echo of it.
I think we were done, to be honest. I am so lost.
Yeah,
So I'll
so am I,
tell her
actually.
where I think the explosives were targeted mainly, and of what I think and why I think that, and yeah, be very shy, nervous, and like half terrified that I'm being hit on by a woman.
Wait, are you not into women? Is your character not into women?
Have you read the chat? He's 19 years old.
I know, but you know. So
I mean, at that point, you were married like 14, so.
yeah, I mean,
I
you'd be
mean,
married at 13. At 19, you'd be like middle aged.
it's not traditional Middle
I'm
Age.
kidding.
It's high fantasy.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, Aragon was married at 90.
I mean, Aragon was like a teen at 90. Come on.
Anyways. Lord of the Rings. You
Okay,
don't
I'm
need...
not being funny, but
Don't
I'm
sponsor
19,
us.
but I'm super smart. Do you think I've done much about with women in the past 19 years?
I mean, I'm super smart and I did alright.
Are you 19?
No, but in the past 19 years.
I remember you when you were 19, though.
Oh, we're going there. Oh my god, we're going there.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Let's not go there. Let's move on.
Wow.
Meow.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Welcome, man.
Okay, so Orit shows us around, takes us around and leads us to what? Does he give us more information? Obviously out of the game question.
Oh, I've been muted.
What?
How long have you been trying to talk for?
How
I've been
long have you-
talking. I've been like, oh my god, I've been talking for like ages.
Yeah, we've not heard you for at least 10 minutes. Since
We
the
haven't
flirting
heard-
started, you've been silent.
I thought that you were dead inside or very something like
No,
I mean,
no,
that flirting almost killed me off, so...
I've been muted. I'm wondering why you aren't taking in what I say.
Because we didn't hear what you say, because you didn't say it to us. That's
Yes.
So I sat there going, I don't have a fucking clue!
Yeah, it's not like I've been trying back to the game. So yeah, Ord leads you around the prison area, showing you where he thinks the main points of explosions and where the main targeting have been. Kinda tells you his experiences on if this is indeed the person he suspects it may be, then how the whole ordeal is done. And yeah, the other adventuring groups kinda not exactly following you, but they are keeping their good ear turned towards your group to see if they could glimpse a important piece of information. All but the pair with the odd hat. They seem to be focused on solving the mystery on their own.
I love the Sherlock Holmes reference.
You haven't even seen the half of it.
No, I haven't. But the description was instantly, ah, yes, okay.
But yeah. Yeah, when the tour is done, what do you do? From what you get from the prison itself, it does seem unlikely that any critical piece of information is not in here.
Okay.
I mean, was there anything you were looking for in particular?
Wait.
I think this is directed to you.
I think Miri might have died.
Yeah, I think Sabrina might have died.
We just say we take you back to the group and then have the discussion, so other people can be involved.
That does sound like a good plan.
It's probably a better idea, seeing as Gray doesn't say
I
much.
think
and
I
Miri
broke
can't.
Sabrina. Whoop whoop.
I think Sabrina broke Sabrina.
Oh shit! They killed Sabrina.
You bastard!
Hurts. Nice. Do you need a minute?
I mean,
An hour?
Glass of water.
do all this stuff. Okay, can I intervene and say if they don't have anything else, they can come to us so we can help the situation?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're bringing it to you. So
No,
that
I
we
was
can
enjoying
get
this.
introduced. Otherwise, this is not going to go anywhere. Because Gray doesn't say much and Miri can't.
I mean, does Gray get any smells in the yard or on the outer wall?
No, there was too much other
This
smells
is
mixed in, and it's been too long, so there wasn't anything for me to find.
Okay, I'm good. I'm recovering.
Does not sound like it.
Hear the tears.
And here we go again.
Well, I told you I was trouble in the chat earlier. You know, come on, jeez.
Oh god, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So we go back and rejoin the rest of the team and tell them what we found out and introduce Orit. So in game, hi everyone. We didn't really find much over there, but we did make a new friend. His name is Orit. And Orit?
She was stroking him. It was weird.
Yeah.
Itsumi raises an eyebrow.
Orit? This is the rest of our team. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Are you a singer?
You're not helping, LG.
Oh, this is only the first session with him. It's going to get worse.
No.
Dude, I am afraid.
I claim the blame. It's my
I
fault.
don't think Sabrina's going to last another session or two at this rate.
I mean, woman, if you cannot play Kitsune, don't play Kitsune.
It's sooner, but it's funny.
It is very good. I'm having so much fun.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay.
Hello. Hello. Manda tries to make a new voice. So, hello. Nice to meet you. Sorry, my neck.
You don't sound right.
Miri,
Do you have
Miri,
a bad throat?
It's a
Miri
cold.
looks at Manda like, what? What's happening over there?
It's not
Manda, are you okay?
Manda out of game is Itsumi, if we don't forget.
Oh, sorry. It's Sumi. Are you okay?
It seems that I caught a cold. It will be nothing. So, what news you bring us? What is your expertise, Ort?
Well, I make things and then I make things go boom.
And Miri's just patting his arm, his forearm, like looking up at him and smiling flirtatiously.
Okay. Can you make a
I'm gonna lean into Mando and say, is she always like this?
I look at her.
Excuse me.
Not usually. You must be special.
Do you have any idea where they went?
Finally, the voice of reason.
And tracking isn't really a forte of mine. I mean, I can tell you about what
Do you know where the
the
explosions
explosives
came
were made
from?
of.
Can you tell where they came from? What area? What district? Which part of the ring? Who set them off? I mean, from which direction? Something like that.
Oh, I can tell you where the explosions were where they were thrown from. Sure.
Let's go and take a look there then.
Also a specialist. Also a specialist in crafting weird trinkets would be useful when we deal with such. Bad cold, bad cold. I have a very bad cold.
Yes.
So, are we going?
So, Ord leads you back to the prison site. I'm not muted, am I? No.
No, not this time.
Leads you back to the prison site and makes another tour, basically pointing out where the explosives where they were likely have been set off from, or thrown, or deployed. And yeah, shows you the residue compound that is found in the what's its face
Crater?
in the ground around in the crater, in the holes in the walls. Doesn't
And?
offer well. It doesn't offer too much information relating on where they went, but it gives you a clear picture of how the initial breakout played out.
I'm starting to think that they may have built their airship, and that's how they disappeared. But there was no reference for any airship, so maybe they made an invisible airship. I don't know, is that possible? How do they check for airships in the area?
That is outside your expertise.
Anyway, we should go to. Okay, we should go to the edge at the break wall, and maybe get some scent, and maybe we can follow the tracks of the runaways. And I suppose they will meet up at some point and start a route, maybe. Gray, do you want to smell around?
Yeah, if you think it will help, let's go and see what we can see or smell.
So give me another perception then.
Okay. 19.
So yeah, sniffing around. Then at the outside, where you would guess they likely ran off to, there's some mixture of scents. Most of it's basically very sweaty, salty. Smells like cheese and onions. Smells of escapees taking off in all kinds of directions. The scent is fade, but still kind of still lingering. in the air.
Okay. I'll
It
pass on
seems
to the
like
group.
there were three major groups that took off in different directions. One of them heading directly towards the mountains.
Okay.
That
And
is news for you.
can I distinguish any differences between the scents? Did any of them smell more familiar than others to me?
By this point, give me a history check.
History. Ooh, that's a new one. That's not advantage, just a straight roll, so probably not.
History check?
Unfortunately, no. But from what you heard of the guys, even though you cannot confirm it at the moment, it would be easy deduction to make that the group that you are after, the monarchists, were the group that headed directly towards the mountains.
Okay, then I pass that on, and I guess we start heading that way.
Works for me.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
that's it. So as we move towards there, I talk to Arten. So, do you work alone? Are you on the quest from the Adventurers Guild?
I work alone usually, but I pick up work here and there. Like I said, this only caught my interest because because I know Karma and I know her work. But no.
What is your
Adventurers Guild?
affiliation
No.
with this karma again?
Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
How are you affiliated with this karma? How do you know this karma?
I have a feeling he's searching his memory banks for it.
Excuse me.
She was an old friend way back when we were kids.
So I sense. So I don't want to make it awkward, but if she's working with the monarchists, then she has to be stopped. Our mission is to stop
Oh,
her.
she's walked down the wrong path for a long time now. She's been, hanging with the wrong people.
So
Causing hell wherever she goes.
You're not looking for her to help her then?
God, no.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So.
Well, I mean, if I can, get her back to how she used to be, that'd be great. But, I don't know. I don't know what we can do. What I can do to help her.
Can you fight?
Can I fight? Yeah, of course I can fight.
Miri sidles over because she overhears the conversation. She raises a brow at Ort and says, "Is she an old girlfriend?"
No. I mean, we were kids when we last saw each other. I mean,
Are you sure? And she kind of inspects her paw, which suddenly grows claws. Are you sure?
yep.
Oh,
So
good.
tell me, is it true that if you tickle one of your kind behind the ear, they start to purr?
You'd have to get to know me better to get that privilege, my dear boy.
I mean, do you guys want to do that in the mountains? Don't you want to wait until we go back and you get a room?
Well, we'll see.
Gray, what do
Then
you smell, boy?
and she sachets off again.
Gray is very upset right now. What does Gray smell? Let's find out. And that's funny.
It is.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you've been
Nice.
traveling for a bit over an hour at this point. You smell that the group.
Need a bath.
Yes, but also the number of smells in the area has suddenly increased.
Okay. So it seems like there's more of them about than before. That is what I will pass on. I'm getting more sense than I was before. I think there's more of them. I don't know how many.
Okay, then we should make some sort of formation and follow you around in case you find them nearby or any guards guarding any secret entrance or whatever.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, seems like a sensible option.
Okay. Then that's what we'll do.
So let's hide a little bit. A wolf is normal on the mountains. The rest of us could hide and move in a distance. If the wolf howls, we run to the wolf. And if there is too many enemies in front of you, you run back to us before you fight, right?
Yeah, okay. As long as you're not in danger, that's fine.
We will not be in danger as long as you stick close to us, my friend.
You take a few days following the trail of the scents. Takes you higher and higher up the mountain range, away from the city entirely. And
Excuse me.
If we get...
Yes.
Give me a second. Gray.
Yes.
Okay, at some point, if we're traveling for 2 days, first of all, what's your name? Your new...
Ort.
Ort would have seen Manda's true form at some point. After some discussions, etc., Manda would not keep disguising himself and excusing himself to go behind the rock to refresh the spell. You know, after a couple of times, he approached Ort and said, "This is not my real form. I have to be like that because it's a complicated story. I will tell you at some point." That's about it. First of all. Second, do you smell any wolves up the mountains in general?
Do I smell any wolves?
Wait, can I help him?
I'm
Can I help?
guessing not.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've already got advantage on it anyway. I don't think it'll make a difference.
Okay.
But I got an 11 for that roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Filling for wolves. You do catch a track, maybe 1 day old, going vaguely in the same direction as you are currently heading to.
Okay. So yeah, I can smell something.
I have a plan if you guys want to do it. I can communicate with wolves in great distance. Thank you for feeding Bubbles. I can communicate with wolves from great distance. Maybe we could offer some food for information to the surrounding animals, and with Grey within our midst, I have nothing to fear. Do you want?
I mean, we can try. But the last lot of wolves we came across were not very friendly. Wolves are
Yeah.
territorial. If we go there, they'll probably want us to leave.
Be an alpha then, and scare them off.
That will likely result in a fight, but I can do.
We can offer them food. If they are aggressive still, then we scare them off.
Worth a go.
So,
Right.
so Manda casts this. Wolf Song.
Oh.
I can relay a message to all the wolves and dogs in the area, and maybe a specific creature if I choose, but yes, and etc. 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 Maybe there are some wolves around, so I howl at the night saying, friendly pack, food for information. Come.
All right, let me make up.
It's actually kind of cool.
I'm going to need a few minutes, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. So it takes a while, but from the distance you hear a howl returning.
Gray would have known what it is to tell us, to relay us a message.
It is your basic.
I heard ya. Basic reply. Like, I heard ya.
Not a reply. It is more akin to
Message
you could say
received.
call to arms. Like, Pack, come here. Alpha is calling you.
Okay, let's be ready for anything. It may have
Excuse me.
worked against our will. Let's try not to kill them if possible.
And yeah, after the first howl, there are a few more that echo throughout the that echo throughout the
Mountain
mountains.
range.
I'm back.
Welcome
In
back.
about 5 minutes after, you from the distance you see this huge wolf trotting towards you, followed by and when I say huge, I mean huge, as in the dimensions huge. Followed
Ooh.
by
That's
a
so
pack
cool.
of slightly smaller but still large direwolves.
Are
So
they bigger
basically, a
than
wolf as
Gray?
big as a house, right?
Yes,
Are they bigger than Gray?
Yeah, oh yeah, much bigger.
they are
Okay.
bigger than people.
I mean, there are people that are 6'5". Are they bigger than people that are 6'5"?
They take up a
The,
they
the
take up
main
a
one,
20 by 20 square.
They
yeah,
are
the
like
main one
horses.
Oh.
They're
seems to be
Oh.
15 feet
The
tall.
small ones are like horses.
Okay,
Yes,
I
the
just
small
googled
ones
it.
are like horses. The main one is about 15 feet tall at the minimum.
Yeah, I don't think I can try and claim to be alpha on that one.
Ooh,
Apparently not.
they're huge.
They trot closer, coming to a stop within basically a speaking distance. And the main alpha, surprised to you all, speaks in a bit of a broken but still understandable common.
There was a call. Who are you who trespass my grounds?
Am I taking care of this, or are you guys doing it?
I think it's better if the wolf person does.
Start and I cover
Yeah.
you if need.
Okay. We are hunting a pack of two legs that pass this way. My fellow two legs here, my pack, we have food we could give you for information if you know where they are. Or where they went.
There has been many two legs coming this way, disrupting peace, killing our pack.
Which way did they go?
Which ones? The ones who came first or the ones following?
I get a piece of clothing of my backpack with the smell of the monarchist on it.
I think the smell has faded.
I mean, that's why we keep this piece of clothing, I guess. We have a thing that belonged to them.
Yeah, but from the piece of clothing, it has been over 2 months since you got it.
It's okay. I prestidigitate the smell, the similar smell. I got this with my feet. I got some wizard thingies.
You know the smell?
Yeah, I know the spell. The smell?
No, smell.
I mean, I get the approximate as much as I can. I don't know if there is a node error.
It doesn't hit the finer details that wolf can smell. It's basically, if they are using a specific cologne, you would be able to emulate it, but not the undertones or the personal sense that linger behind it that a wolf could smell, but it may do the job.
I try. Or wait, I use prestidigitation to enhance the fading smell on the handkerchief or on the piece of clothing, if that helps. So I won't alter it. And that's all I have for now, and unless without resorting to trying to explain to them. And
So which group do we want to ask about? They have seen two different groups going in, I guess, different directions.
What is the difference?
Did you see a group with a blue-haired girl?
I mean, they're wolves. I don't think they can see colour. I know I can't.
Can you see colour?
Not well. Some, not a lot.
Okay, long blue, if you can tell the colour, blue hair.
I don't actually know what colour wolves can see. Googling.
We don't have to go there. He can ask. I also ask, what's the difference between the two groups?
Actually, if it helps, wolves can distinguish between yellow and blue only.
Yeah, they are red-green colorblind.
Yeah, so actually they would know blue.
There was a two legs of your description. The smell does not match with the cloth. It was something different. Smell was more akin to you. Yeah, the alpha turns his head to face at Ort.
Yeah, I'd expect that.
Yep, that was the second thing I would go. That. And what about the others?
The others were very bunch, came in with weapons and non-real weapons. They killed one of my pack. I killed 2 of them in return.
What do you mean, not real weapons?
Similar to how you make the smell stronger.
Okay.
That's not the group we're tracking then.
Probably not. And I turn to the guys. How did they not kill the caster on sight? Maybe that's why the caster left. He had his abilities.
You know that multiple other adventuring groups have been taking on the same contract.
Yeah, so it's probably the first group we're looking for. Other groups have followed afterwards, which are not the ones we're after.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
So we're about the first group. Could you kindly show us the way to them, so we don't disturb your hunting grounds?
Persuasion.
Do you get advantage from the fact that I'm helping him?
And we've got food to trade.
Yes, we have lots of food, and we can give all our food. Lots of food. We didn't say we have lots of food, but we can give all our food because I can keep us fed with good berry from tomorrow if need. Also, yeah. Anyway,
You can roll with advantage.
thank you. So if that doesn't work, I will try another thing, but I will try my persuasion first because I'm a druid and I have faith to the nature beings. That's as good as persuasion as Manta can roll.
I suppose that is acceptable. The litter needs food more than we do.
I am so surprised. So you're not the leader?
Litter.
Litter.
I think, yeah, the young
Litter.
ones.
Babies.
I go puppy eyes. Oh, you have puppies. Of course we give you all the food. We help you hunt if you need after our mission.
I don't think they need help hunting.
Puppy.
The first 2 legs were joined by. They came around here. There were 2 packs worth of them, and not too far from here, they were joined by these strange, scentless 2 legs.
Scentless 2 legs.
Silencers.
They
Maybe
have a
monsters.
not 2 days travel from here.
Scentless were some people from the silencer court.
Yeah.
Yep.
This thing where you know, but you cannot prove it, so you can't wait until you find more. This thing. So, okay. Here, I turn to everyone. Put your food in this piece of cloth. All of it. I will take care of our food.
All right.
So you load your normal rations into the whatever cloth Amanda presents to you.
How far away are those people or their hideout.
Two lights, two darks at wolf space.
Maximum 2.5 in our pace, or 3. Then
Yeah,
Or
roughly
after 3, yeah.
3 days maybe.
okay, so
It is difficult terrain after all, climbing through the mountains.
yeah. So you lead us there. We help you hunt on the way. All the food is yours, as well as this, what we have now. What is your name? Do you have one?
I am called the Redmane of the Redmane tribe. This is my pack.
May your manes be red by the blood of your enemies, Great Wolf. I'm proud to call you my ally, even temporary. My name is Manda. This is Grey, etc., etc.
All right. The wolf. Turns his back and starts trotting along the mountainside. Making a good distance away before stopping to wait you. This continues for a couple of days before before he suddenly comes to a halt.
For the first day, I go wolf and I try to follow them and cooperate, etc. And maybe learn a little bit, maybe earn their trust more. You never know if they might help us with the upcoming fight.
The other wolves are basically picking on you for being small.
The druid I can go Direwolf.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have the levels for it?
I haven't checked my forms because my special forms are the ones I use. But let me think real fast. Will it make a huge difference?
Yeah, it's a level-based thing. You'll have a set combat rating level that you can transform into currently.
Yeah, you would need to be level 8.
I mean,
transfer.
I'm pretty sure it make a large difference, as in you can be large or not.
But basically, he can't. He can be a regular-sized wolf.
That was the joke.
So we are level 4, so I can be. I can go half CR, one half, which is the middle of the CRs I can achieve. And the example is a crocodile. Anyway, I go as big as wolf as I can, and if they are picking on me, I stay always on the position desirable, just following and being, accepting the hazing. I try to prove myself. I don't know.
It means your place in the hierarchy, you can try to change it.
But yeah, yes. It goes along for a couple of days. They are also kind of picking on Gray on the meanwhile for not being a big and strong direwolf.
How would Grey react?
Challenge them. Challenge them. 2v2. 2v2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that won't go well, but I don't know.
Okay, I
I
can
mean,
go.
they're not actually threatening my pack, so I don't think it's meant as too much.
Wait. I will find something.
Come
And I'm
on.
not.
Let's
And I
have a
know that I'm
fight.
not. But I already know that I'm not the alpha of our pack, so I don't think it'd worry me too much. The alpha has not told me to do anything, so
Okay, I can go either warhorse, which is large, but it's food for them. But I can go. I can go bear. Okay, or I can
I'm
go
sure that's not a
wolf
good idea either.
or normal wolf. But I can go bear.
Yeah, I don't think a bear's a good idea either. Fairly sure they'd still attack that.
I'm fairly certain the pack would attack a lone bear.
So if I will go to wolf once, if they dismiss me from the pack, I will go back to human and travel normally, and that's it.
All right.
Oh, dragon.
He's
No,
nowhere near powerful enough for that.
not yet. Not yet.
But
Eventually.
yeah, after a couple of days of traveling, the main wolf comes to a stop at this in front of this cliff. The two legs are nesting just further up ahead. We have been going slower than I would have liked. But I cannot fault you for not being as fast as a wolf. He points with his snout into a direction a few kilometers away. The two legs nest is in there.
Thank you.
Will you stay out here to hunt and eat the runners, if any?
We have bigger prey to hunt. We won't be staying.
I could try more, but I'm not going to because they have been good with us and I like this pack. I mean, I could cast a spell and make him a friend of us for 24 hours, like friend. Animal friendship, it's a level 1, I have it prepared. But I will not, because I
I
respect
was
him.
I was just hoping that something would happen, which would mean I'd roll on the wolf's table and get a very fluky outcome and grow larger for a little while, just to be interesting. Unfortunately, there was nothing to roll for.
I have to learn a large beast and cast it on you. Once in a while. We see. Anyway, thank you, Redmayne. Your assistance has been amazing. We will follow the same path on our way back, if possible, so we won't disturb your pack.
Sure that you want.
May the moon always guide your ferocity. May there be plenty of food for your leader.
Leader.
Yes, those puppies.
He gives you a what amounts to a nod for a wolf.
They nod, actually.
Then he nods. Lowers his head slightly and turns around to climb down the mountain with his pack. Ahead of you, you're standing on the cliff, a few kilometers up from the ground level. And ahead of you, you see this fairly thin mountain path
at the end of which there is this small mountain stream waterfall thingy rushing down an entrance. Some distance away from it is what seems to be entrance to a cave tunnel.
We suggest we find good hiding spots with a good view and check them out for a day. See if they're guarding it, if they're getting out for hunting. Maybe we can pick them out little by little and asset their numbers, learn about the numbers. And also because we don't have much time for a fight left, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Gray can go do some perimeter as a wolf and run away if he finds any humans and report, but go in another direction. Don't come to our direction. Go the long way around.
Yeah, I can sneak around, see what I find,
And
then run if anything happens.
Yeah, and go the long way. Go little.
Yeah. Yep, I will lose them before I come back. I'll do a stealth roll, see how sneaky I can be. Not advantage, I guess. 18. As I sneak up to around the entrance and keeping as quiet as I can and seeing / smelling as best I can.
So yeah, you go. You travel the mountain path. It takes you a couple of hours to navigate it through. Navigate through it carefully.
Don't we find any place a little bit closer to them, but still with a view, so we can from a distance check them out? Maybe.
Not a good view.
But the one 2 hours away has a good view, and we can check the perimeter from afar. We can see if they go in and out the cave and stuff like that.
I'll get back to you in a moment.
Okay.
But yeah, Gray travels to the opening, into the cave opening, and immediately you get a strong scent of the familiar monarchist people. These are actually maybe even more so familiar than the ones you have been fighting so far. At least one of the scents mixed in is what you remember from the mountain on the... Actually, from the other mountain on the other side of Pride.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, you hear some voices, some muttering. There's a scent of beer and wine, alcohol in general, lingering in the air.
Do I smell my old master?
You do not.
Okay.
But what you do smell is it is strong, strong scent, very similar to the scents in the Wrath prison.
Okay.
The explosion residue.
Right, okay. Who gave me the order to come back?
I think it was Manda.
I just need the group to confirm for sure, because it might make a difference.
I mean, it was.
I think, but Miri was also there. I don't know how she reacts.
Pardon?
I was asking who actually gave me the orders to go and sneak up, then come back after I'd investigated.
Manda
was it definitely Manda, or did Miri actually give them.
I mean, Manda gave the plan, but I don't know what Mary did, if she gave you specific orders or whatever.
I think I would say that I backed up Manda's orders.
Okay, then yes, I will come back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will head back to wherever the group might be at this point and convey that there's definitely a lot in there. I don't know how many. A lot of strong scents. One of them, at least one, smells like him. Smells funny and burns. Could be more than one. Not completely sure. But there's a very strong. One of the scents, at least, is from before I met you. It was the one I was following originally.
Ooh, and that is on this entrance of this cave down there.
It is. Inside the cave, there's drinks. The stuff you guys like to drink in there. I can smell it. And I can hear a lot of noise.
Did you check around for any other holes or any other exits?
I didn't see any. I'm assuming that
Did
would have
you
been part of the
smell
check.
any more of the explosives?
Yes, that's what I meant. Someone else, at least one, smelled like you. It was an odd smell. It burnt my nose again.
I look around and I say, how are we gonna do that? Are we going full kablooey or we try to sneak in?
Kablooey.
I mean, what did the guild hire us to do again? Find them or?
I don't remember. Knack doesn't. Look
It
at
was a very open contract. If you can capture them, then great. If you kill them, that's also acceptable.
Is Great
If you just
paying more?
investigate-
Is Great paying more?
Is what?
Bringing them back alive pays more. By any?
Yes.
And also we can interrogate them, so.
Well, I mean, I don't have any right to ask this, but if we can try and get Karma alive, I'd appreciate it.
I'm alright with that.
Do you have any non-lethal explosions?
I have a sleep spell.
I'm asking him. Do you
Not
have
at the moment.
Well,
I didn't come out prepared to make big explosions.
okay. I know we know what we can do, but what can you do in this situation? How will you fight with us? I'm only asking so we can coordinate better.
You've seen me carrying around this board on my back for the last few days, and I suddenly say, well, I do have this. And I jump on it and start just flying around.
Cool.
So you have a hoverboard?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whoa. So
Can I try it?
Yeah. Be careful. It's not. It's temperamental sometimes.
Mm.
And what do you do with that? Do you fall on your enemies? Do you?
Well, I can shoot them out the front with the front. You see, there's a small crossbow attached to the front, and then I can usually follow up with a couple of, clubbing blows.
Whoa.
A spell or two.
Oh, so you're a caster.
Like I said, I can do a little of this, a little of that.
Okay, so those people in this cave want you dead, like us, because you're a caster. That's saying. Also, having just watched the first draft of your character drawn, I say this is great inspiration. I approve greatly. It's very good. And I love the reference and the other references, because it's everybody who will say that it's stolen is silly. We have seen stuff like that before. We have seen stuff like that in Disney.
I fully admit I steal a lot of things.
I mean,
I got massive approval when I said that I wanted to steal this.
yes, and also I am a musician. You cannot not get inspired after all those years of arts and concepts, etc.
Well, I'm just saying, what? How many songs now are remade?
Oh, not only that. Generally,
how many films get remade?
I've been playing D&D so many years. I have played every common. I've made Batman. I have made the Hulk. Or similar concepts. That's amazing. Also, this was an amazing series. Even though I'm a Dota player, I enjoyed Arcane so much. It was great.
So, with these preparations, I think we could end it for today and carry on the assault next time.
Cool. Oh, everyone missed the whole Grey looks like he's on edge comment.
I didn't. I just didn't know what to do with it.
We are all on edge. We are all on edge. Manda debated just killing them all.
Oh no, but Grey's on edge because someone who was there when my master vanished is in that cave.
Do you relay that information, by the way?
Yeah, I told you that. There's someone in there from the scent that I was tracking before I met you guys.
Yep.
So we kind of catch up the new guy with the importance of stuff. We say also if we find someone that Grey recognizes as his old master, we don't kill them either, if possible.
I think Grey's smart enough to realize that.
Oh, yes, but we make the new guy aware of such a possibility, I guess.
Yeah. No, I just mean I'm hoping Grey's smart enough to realize at the time that he shouldn't kill the person that he needs to talk to.
Wouldn't it be so nice if we had a sleeping potion or poison or something, so we could, just smoke them out or sleep them out? Maybe both, maybe all of them.
Sleep them out.
I also like the fact that the new guy had no reaction to a wolf talking to him.
He's seen Stranger Things.
I mean, we've seen another.
Literally, he's seen Stranger Things.
I've seen. Yeah, it's a good series also. Stranger Things. If you want to, you know what to do. Anyway, the thing is that he have seen another wolf talking at him in another manner, though. But it's a magical.
Yeah, but that was well after. That was days afterwards.
I'm guessing this is an adventurer, this young friend of ours. So he have seen some shit in his youth.
Then, to be fair, he didn't see me talking.
In his youth, which is what 2 years ago.
Yeah, and maybe he just thought someone invisible was talking to him. Didn't necessarily think it was a dog.
Possible.
Oh yes, and
but
there has been in those 2 days there has been an invisible person talking to you also. At some point, Bubbles made a prank at you, probably when you were pooping on the side of the street during the night. She made an illusion of an old bear just behind you, and when you turn around, you saw the old bear, and then it disappeared, and Bubbles started cackling. And then she appeared to you, and she said, I'm with Manta, don't kill me, I was making a prank.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Stay out of range, Bubbles. He might kill you still.
But yeah.
Loose crossbow bolt incoming.
I
Okay.
think we are tired enough that we're better to carry on another day.
Yes, it has been great. It's very nice having you, LG. Welcome to the group, man.
Yay!
It's gonna be
I
good
have
fun.
someone to torture now. I'm just gonna randomly flirt with Ort.
Fun times.
I've already
fun.
warned you what's going to happen.
Fun
What could
time.
happen.
Guys, I know this is a plus 18 channel, so we are allowed to do some sort of stuff like that. But let's not derail a lot, maybe? I don't know.
I said could happen.
I don't
Could
know.
happen.
If in the next episodes people start donating, maybe we keep doing it. I don't know.
I mean, Gray will start asking awkward questions as he doesn't understand what humans are doing.
We
But
will get
It'll be fun.
No,
we will get your
Come
wolf lady
on.
companion. Don't worry.
he doesn't know what they're doing. This.
Why would Gray know what humans are doing? He doesn't understand what flirting is.
Well, yeah, flirting, sure, fine. I mean,
Anyway,
I'll just tell Gray it's a mating dance.
And with
I
that,
don't.
good night, people.
Anyway, so new day today, guys. We had a new player coming, joining our ranks. We had a nice adventure. We moved on with the monarchists. We had some discussions and everything. We have a new UI that I made.
Yay!
I was preparing all this yesterday night, and I hope you like it. We will keep making new stuff and better stuff for you. Thank you so much for watching it, either on YouTube, either on Twitch. Join our social media and find us if you want, if you dare. Find us if you dare. So, I'm going to say good night now. I'm going to mute you guys. Be with you in a few minutes.
Good night, everyone.
See you later.
Later.
If you want to have fun in the magic space, all you gotta do is make one yourself. Sing the stories that take place. Love a dragon, fight an elf. We can make our dreams come true and then make a book about it. Just remember to never doubt it, that the story's up to you. That the story's up to you. That the story's up to you. Stupid life we're living in, yet try to give in. Stupid lies that we believe. Innocence does not exist anymore. I believe you are free. You believe what you need, but you're bothering me when you don't believe that all I ever did was rocking, rolling, rocking, rolling for life. No, I don't know what you should be. Works for me, but not for thee. Everything is theory. You only know what you have seen, my friend. I believe you are free. You believe what you need, but you're bothering